Hello and welcome back to the
Interracial Relations Podcast.
This is Faith.
This is Wataru.
So today we figured we would do another quiz.
Another quiz?
So we say another quiz because for our podcast listeners, you know we've done several quizzes. And this is actually a continuation of the book called Quizzes for Couples. This is going to be backwards, I think, on the camera, but Quizzes for Couples, and it's written by Ashley and Marcus Kusi. So those of the podcast listeners, you will know this probably because we've used this before, but we thought it would be nice to do a little episode again on this because we haven't finished the book. We kind of saved up these for a chance to do another episode on them. So we each filled out our quiz, and then we're gonna do one by one this time.
Okay.
So in the past, we did one question and then we would both answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just easier to do one person do all the questions and answer, and then the other person does all the questions and answers.
Okay.
Okay. So if you guys are interested in this book, I'll put the name of the book in the description. I think it's a really nice and fun book. I bought a few of these books once we got married because I wanted to deepen our relationship.
Deepen our relationship. Thank you.
Because I just enjoy doing things that have us both work on a relationship together. Okay, so let's just jump right into it because these can get pretty lengthy, and I really do actually recommend them to you if you're in a relationship and you like this kind of stuff. I recommend them. A lot of the people that recommended it to me online were actually people who just got married. They say they're really good for newly married couples or engaged couples. Okay, so you're A and I'm B. So do you want to do A first? You want to do all of them first?
Okay.
So question first.
Question 1.
Do you want me to read the questions and you the answers, or do you want to read all the questions and answers?
I want you to read the questions.
Okay, so question 1.
1.
What are 3 things your partner loves talking about with you?
And one of them are book.
Oh, books, yes. I always tell you about the books that I'm reading.
Yeah. And number 2 is trip.
Oh, in what way?
Like in the future. Like we want to go to with like Bali とか. Like thinking about the trip we're going to next.
Definitely.
And third, movie.
Oh yeah, we always talk about movies.
Especially like after we watch movie, like we talk a lot. Like, what do you think? Or like, what's the meaning of the blah blah blah, something like that.
Yeah, we've gotten in actually a few arguments because we'll watch like a movie which has many different ways to be interpreted, and we'll both be saying, wait, I saw it this way, and then you're like, no, I saw it this way, and then you'll look up online like what other people saw it the same way that you saw it, and then we'll get in a little argument over it.
Yeah, and then that's all.
Okay, so for number 2, what 3 things does your partner like most about you?
I feel like I answered the same question before, but I'm gonna answer anyway. The fourth one is productivity.
Yes.
Right?
You're very productive.
I thought you like it.
I do.
Because you also said like you get productive when I'm working here.
Yeah. I'm always very productive if I'm surrounded by productive people. I don't know if anyone else like feels the same way. But that's why I love to go to libraries. I love to go to cafes. And I like to go to the gym because like you're all doing the same thing. You're all either studying or you're working on your body. You all have the same vision in your mind. And it gives me energy to do the same thing.
Second answer is being nice.
Which means like you're nice and then I like that you're nice.
Yeah, you like my niceness.
Where is the niceness?
I mean, like you see all the time.
I'm kidding. Yes.
24 hours.
24 hours. Even in my sleep.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, what that is niceness.
And third, hands.
Oh,
My
yes, your hands.
hands.
Okay, show off your hands to the people.
Yeah.
Wait, don't actually show your hands off to the people. They're my hands. Yeah, I really like your hands.
Okay.
Okay, number 3. One of your partner's biggest pet peeves is...
Taking shoes or sandals to go out.
Okay, so this is a recent pet peeve because I never had this before, but recently it's gotten really bad. So in Japan, the way it works is you have your entrance, and usually because we have 2 houses, one is a main house, and the second is a smaller house. We live in the smaller house, and the family lives in the main house, and they're right next to each other. So constantly taking your shoes on and off to go back and forth is kind of annoying. So we have sandals that we go in and out of to get to and from the house. And like, you don't always pay attention to if you're the one who brought those sandals over here. So then sometimes he takes the sandals and then I'm left with no shoes. And then I'm like, where did my shoes go? There's nothing that I can put on my feet. And then it just keeps happening like 5 times a day. And this starts to get on my nerves so much. I'm like, stop taking my sandals.
Yeah, you listen to it, like, really feel like you get nervous for it. So
yeah, every time he goes out in
yes.
front of me to get out of the house, I'm always looking at his feet. I'm like, don't take my sandals. But yeah, that's true. Okay, next question, number 4. What makes your partner nervous? Ooh, what'd you write?
I learned thinking about job interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Like
I
a
know
normal,
you.
like just a normal job interview gets me nervous, like in English. I think that's like a normal thing for everyone. But doing it in like my second language, like is a level like that you can't even imagine unless you've done it before, because I know I'm going to mess up my language as it is. And then I'm always worried if I'm not going to be able to understand what the other person's saying. And it's just like a huge amount of anxiety. Like I was shaking. You weren't here the other day when I had my interview, but I was literally like physically shaking before the interview.
That sucks.
Okay, number 5. What is one thing they hate? So what's one thing I hate?
Yeah, you hate dirty space.
Yeah.
Dirty room, dirty something, dirty fridge.
And when you say it, it sounds like I'm very like, I want everything super clean, but it's not even like that. I just want things moderately clean. It's like, just be average. It's okay. But when things are really dirty, it really messes with my head. Like I can't focus properly. I'm constantly looking at everything that's dirty and I'm like, clean it.
Yeah.
6. What is one thing they love?
You love doggy.
I love dogs. We need to get a dog so bad. I'm always showing him videos of dogs. Look at this cute dog. Okay, number 7. What is your partner's most common reaction during a heated argument? Ooh.
It is crying as talking shit to me. Alright? I know you everything.
Crying while I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. It is the most common reaction.
Because the funny thing is, people think people cry because they're sad. Most of the time, I cry because I'm angry.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8. When shouldn't you talk to your partner? Ooh.
When you are irritated with me.
I mean, maybe, but that's also probably when you should talk to me, because then we need to get over why I'm irritated with you.
That's also true.
Yeah. Okay, number 9. What would your partner say is the best thing about your relationship?
We can talk and everything we're thinking. So we can share feeling or anything we come up in your mind. And then that's the best thing we both think, I guess.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I don't feel judged about anything. Like, literally anything I could say. Like, we're so open that it's kind of scary sometimes, but we'll just say exactly what we're thinking whenever we want. And I really enjoy that. I love not having to feel like I'm being judged or anything like that. Even though you might judge me secretly and like be like, oh my god, I can't believe I married this woman.
I do all the time.
Rude. Okay. Number 10. What's one thing your partner would love to learn from an expert? Ooh.
I know this 100%.
What?
It's a muscle.
Muscle? What do you mean?
Your muscle. You're so passionate with your muscle recently.
I'm so passionate about muscles, people. I mean, I am a certified personal trainer now, so like I have a reason that I'm passionate about muscles, but like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and muscle. I said I love muscle and about your body.
Yeah. I've actually thought about getting my own personal trainer. Because I have the certificate, but I want to see how it would be to have an actual personal trainer for myself.
Oh, that's very true.
So you're correct in terms of like a professional, an expert. I would love to have an expert teach me how to do like things properly to make sure I know exactly what I'm doing.
True.
Okay, 11. What genre does your partner love to read? Or if they don't read, watch on TV?
It's a fantasy.
100% it is fantasy.
Right? I know you everything.
I mean, you should know this.
We don't need quiz. I know you.
I mean, we should know this by now because, I mean, you went to my house in America and I had a whole bookshelf.
Yeah.
And almost every single book was fantasy.
Yeah.
Literally every single one.
Every single.
Okay, 12. How would your partner describe you in one word?
Productive.
Or motivated. Productive and motivated.
I also take a nap today though.
No, you didn't.
I mean, almost.
Yeah, you almost did. I think it's okay for you to take a nap. You could take a nap if you're tired. It's the weekend. 13. What is one subject they find difficult talking to you about? So what's one subject I find difficult talking to you about?
It's a design. Sense of design. Or like sense of art.
What do you mean? Oh, because we have different views.
Yeah. And then we conflict sometimes. We sometimes ugly, but sometimes conflict.
That's why it's so funny, because I feel like we agree so strongly on certain things. Like we're completely connected. Like, oh yeah, looks so cool. And I'm like, yeah, this is so cool. But then on other things, it's like the exact opposite. I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? Like, that's so bad. And you're like, that's so cool. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I don't think you can persuade me.
Persuade.
Persuade.
You can't persuade me either. I just accept what you say.
Yeah. So like we can talk. I mean, discuss.
Okay, number 14. Do you believe your partner shares all their secrets with you? Yes or no?
Yes.
I do. Any that I can think of. I might have some like deep things that I haven't shared like fully, but like I've told you like on a base level. I can tell by your face you're like, tell me. Okay, 15. Would your partner agree to the statement that you both resolve your conflicts effectively? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this past year we've both gotten a lot better at solving conflicts more effectively.
Yeah.
Because I think I got in a stage where I was more like aggressive in conflicts, but then we kind of moved through that by communication from both of us. I think we've gotten a lot more effective. Okay, 16. Does your partner completely trust you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise we wouldn't be married. Number 17. Does your partner feel heard and completely understood by you? Yes, no, or maybe?
Maybe.
I feel like that's just a common thing. Like it's always going to be like, yeah, most everything I feel like completely understood, but there's always things that pop up that you're like, I don't know if my partner fully understand how I felt about that. But I think that's common between men and women in general as well. And it's up to how well we communicate too. So.
Yeah, and like you mentioned like that I don't hear you well sometimes. So I was gonna yes, but I thought you were gonna disagree, so I should move on.
Okay, last question. 18. Excluding sex, what is one thing your partner always loves doing with you?
Drinking coffee.
We have our daily coffee whenever you're not at the company in the early morning. Like on every weekend, we have our morning coffee together, and usually one in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
See? I think I know you a lot.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, actually. I don't remember one that I didn't agree with. Nice. Okay, let's test me then. Because I have the same questions. So the question part should go quicker. But obviously I have different answers. So, okay, switch. Number 1. Oh, don't read it. I read yours. What are 3 things your partner loves talking about with you? And I wrote our goals. Like for the day or the future.
Oh, okay. Goals. True.
And for number 2, I wrote like our daily plans. Like I feel like we always ask each other, like, what are your plans for today?
Oh, true.
And I think it helps both of us come up with plans for the day and be more, how should I say, like effective in completing them. Because we're putting it out into the universe, like, oh, I'm doing this today. It makes it more likely that we'll actually do it.
Yeah.
And the last one is movies. I agreed, and I put movies. And I said after we watch them. Okay, number 2. What 3 things does your partner like most about you? And I said, my childness. Like, my childlikeness.
Ah, yeah.
Like how I'm like, I'll like randomly dance in the kitchen like a little kid sometimes.
Yeah, I love that actually so much.
And then I said, my ability to make you laugh.
What? You suck so bad. What are you talking about? You suck at joking.
No.
You never laugh, like make me laugh.
You can't tell these people that. They're gonna think it's the truth.
It's true.
No, I have the best jokes, okay?
No.
And the best puns, specifically. Like word jokes, you got me. Get me. Call up Faith. I got the best ones. Okay. And the last one, I said, you like that we can have deep conversations on many topics.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Oh, sorry, do you want to read the questions? I just, like, randomly started reading the questions, even though it was the opposite. I'm sorry.
Okay. What your partner's biggest pet peeve is?
I said before, so in the past, your biggest pet peeve was my hair. Because my hair would be everywhere.
Oh.
Like on the bed.
Okay.
And like on the floor.
No, actually I don't mind it.
Really? Before you used to get angry, so I started putting my hair up at
What?
nighttime because like there was so much hair in the bed.
No, I think it was a joke. I never care about your hair.
And then I said,
yeah.
maybe now it's just my complaining.
Yeah, it's more like that from the beginning.
I don't know if that's like a pet peeve though. I think that's just something everyone doesn't like is complaining.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4.
What makes your partner nervous?
I said calling anyone on the phone. Like every time I'm trying to get you to call someone on the phone, you really don't want to do it. Like even if it's so simple, like, hey, can you call the cafe to see if they're open today? And you're like, I really don't want to. And I'm like, why?
True. I don't like calling. It's pain in the ass.
I was gonna say like work related stuff too, but like that's obvious. So I wanted to put something different. Okay, number 5.
What is one thing they hate?
You hate caterpillars.
Yeah.
And you hate stinky bugs. And you hate mosquitoes with a passion. Like a passion I've never seen anyone before. Like you hate them so much, you will search the house if you hear one. And you hate jam. Like jelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I said 1, but I kept putting them on. Okay, number 6.
What is one thing they love?
I said more than one again, and I said fishing, your garden, DIY, and ramen.
It's not one thing at
I
all.
know. It's hard to choose one.
Yeah, I love everyone. Like everything one
Right?
you said. Yeah.
Okay, number 7.
What is your partner's most common reaction during a heated argument?
I said you get angry, but you get angry quietly. So you stop talking
Yeah.
until like you try to calm down, and then we start talking.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. Number 8.
When shouldn't you talk to your partner?
I said when you are focused on anything.
Exactly. You know it. Why would you do it?
No, it's not only my problem, it's your problem too. Like whenever he is focused on anything, like he'll be like looking at something really like deeply, and if I'm talking to him, he'll pretend that he's listening, but he's not actually listening. Like I'll literally ask 2 minutes later, I'm like, you remember what we just said, right? And you're like, wait, what? And I'm like, what? We had a whole conversation, but you don't remember anything.
It's your fault.
Okay, number 9.
What would your partner say is the best thing about your relationship?
I said how fun or carefree we are together. Like how we laugh together.
Yeah. True.
Okay, number 10.
What's one thing your partner would love to learn from an expert?
I said in the past, you would have loved to learn interior design. Because I think that you were really passionate about interior design and wanting to learn it in the past. But I said now I think you're more focused on wanting to learn like management or even accounting because you've been studying.
Yeah. You are right. I kind of lost the interest to interior design. I mean, like, I didn't lose it. I just noticed, like, I can do what I want. I don't need to learn.
You can just do it, and then if
Yeah.
it doesn't look that great, it's okay.
Yeah, it just, like, makes something I like, so.
Yeah, you don't need to follow the rules, you mean? Like
Yeah, and then I noticed also I don't want, like, to make someone, like, what someone like. Like, I like to make something I like. I'm not liking, like, someone like, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to make something for
For-
someone else.
yeah.
You want to make something for yourself.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, number 11.
What genre does your partner love to lead? Or if they don't lead, I lead. Okay. I just
In the middle of the
Yeah.
question, you stopped. Yeah, if they don't read, what do they watch on
I
TV?
lead. Yeah.
I said that you like to read business books. And if it's not business, you like to read like action fiction. So like manga in like the action fiction area. And then if it's not that, it's usually self-development or how-to books.
Yeah, I like how
Like
to books.
he'll go to the library and get stacks, and I mean stacks of books about like how to fish or like how to cut a fish properly or how to go camping or like how to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I like how to books. a
Yeah,
lot.
you too. Okay, number 12.
How would your partner describe you in one word?
I said you would say I'm stubborn. If it's in a bad way, you would say stubborn. And if it's in a good way, maybe curious? I don't know. Or adventurous. I have no idea. I don't know what to say. What would you say?
I would say stubborn.
Oh my god. In a good way? How about in a good way?
In a good way. In a good way, you're smart.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't expecting that.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Oh. いいね. That's better than I expected.
In a bad way, stubborn.
In a better You too. Okay, 13.
What is one subject they find difficult talking to you about?
I said children or family
Oh.
difficulties.
Family difficulty? What do you mean?
Like, because we do live together with your family, and I feel like if it's difficult for you to talk about things that make me uncomfortable with your family.
Yeah. Yes, it's difficult.
Because I mean, I love your family to pieces. I love them probably more than some of my own family. But like obviously there's going to be difficulties. So, and I think that's difficult for you sometimes to talk about.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Okay, 14.
Do you believe your partners share all their secret with you?
Yes, of course.
Yes, I actually talk my secret to everyone, so I don't have secrets.
Thanks.
To anyone.
I don't feel special at all. I tell my secrets to everyone, but yeah, I tell them to you too. It's like, oh, thanks. Okay, 15.
Would your partner agree to the statement that you both resolve your conflicts effectively? Yes.
Yes. Why'd you answer? It's mine. It's mine.
There was the answer, so...
Yes, I would.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
16.
Does your partner completely trust you?
Yes.
Yes, yes, obviously. And does your partner feel heard and completely understood by you?
I said maybe.
Oh, we connected.
Yeah. We wrote the exact same answers. What do you think? Do you think I don't understand you sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, but it's common. I mean, like, it's normal.
I think so.
Because we're
too.
both different human.
Yeah. It'd be actually kind of weird if we completely understood each other every single moment.
Yeah.
Okay, number 18, the last question.
Excluding sex, what is one thing your partner always loves doing with you?
I said you always love visiting new places together.
Yes, yes.
And because we're connected, I said morning coffee in the garden. Just like you.
Yes, we love that. Yeah, we love adventures. So together, so we love visiting new places.
Especially places that we've both never been, because I love to like experience new things together. Like where we're both seeing things for the first time.
Yeah, we love it. Today's Vietnam food.
Yes, we went to Vietnamese food today, and it was really delicious. And it was the first time I've ever eaten it. And you've had some Vietnamese food, I think, before.
Yeah, before, but like not that place. So.
Right, it was the first time we've ever been, and it was really close to the house, so it's a good thing that we found out about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I like this. This is fun. So I highly recommend this book, Quizzes for Couples, for anyone who's interested in doing any of these quizzes themselves. We've done one of these quizzes on episodes in the past, and this is our second time, but there are like over 12 or about 12 quizzes in this book. So I highly recommend for anyone who's interested, just for a fun time to get to know your partner better.
Yeah.
Because every time we do, I really enjoy
It's just fun.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Okay, so that's today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy some of that, and maybe you guys can use some of these questions with your own partner.
Yeah.
So we will see you next week. And help. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for any future episodes, please let us know at interracialrelationspodcast@gmail.com. That'll also be down in the description. If this is on YouTube, you don't really need to send us an email, because you can just put it in the comments down below. But for the podcast listeners out there, please send us an email. And if you're listening on the podcast, you can find the video format of this on YouTube at the channel Interracial Relations. So it's the same title as our podcast. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.